The latest update on what really happened inside Sabie Lodge. A 17-year-old schoolgirl and 19-year-old former schoolboy, a relationship that, according to people who knew them, was complicated by jealousy and control. A remote holiday home in Sabie, Madlanga, and two young people who went to bed after what their family described as a happy 5 days hiking trip, only for a family to wake up to devastating discovery that both teenagers were dead. The death of a 17-year-old Cameron Walder Cooks and the 19-year-old Ethan Coetzee have now become the subject of a meta investigation. But perhaps the biggest question remains unanswered. What happened inside that room? Today, on True Crime Unlocked, we're bringing you the latest development in the case, including the police findings, the conflicting accounts from two families, allegations from Ethan's behavior, and the emotional accusations made by Cameron's brother. But before we begin, an important warning. Some of the information in this case comes from police statements, family statements, and anonymous sources speaking to the media. Some allegations have not been independently proven. So in this video, we will clearly distinguish between what is confirmed and what has been alleged, and what remains unknown. Cameron Walder Cooks was 17 years old and a grade 11 pupil in St. Stephen's Girls' College in Johannesburg. She was described by her family as kind-hearted, warm, determined, and someone who cared deeply about those around her. She was also working towards a golden level of the President's Award for Youth Empowerment, the South African implementation of the Duke of Edinburgh International Award. A hiking trip to Sabie was supposed to be part of that journey. Cameron had been invited to join two families on a multi-day hiking trip in Mpumalanga. According to her father, Derek Cooks, she saw the trip as an opportunity to work towards her award. It was supposed to be an adventure. Instead, it became the final journey of her life. Cameron was accompanied by her boyfriend, Ethan Coetzee, who was 19 years old. He had matriculated from St. Stephen's Boys' College the previous year and had reportedly been a top pupil at the school. The two were staying with Ethan's family at a holiday property in Sabie area, and according to Ethan's family, there was nothing that appeared unusual between the couple before the tragedy. They say the couple had completed a wonderful 5-day hike with friends. They went to bed happily, and nobody at the lodge reportedly had anything that suggested a fight, a dispute, or a serious altercation. But by the following morning, everything had changed. On the morning of the 3rd of August 2026, Ethan's father, Graham Coetzee, discovered the bodies of the two teenagers in a bedroom at a Waterval self-catering holiday home in Sabie area. The police were called. When officers arrived, they found a 19-year-old male and a 17-year-old female. Both were declared dead at the scene. Initially, police opened an inquest investigation. At that stage, the circumstances surrounding the death were unclear. There was speculations about what could have happened inside the holiday home, but police had not yet established whether the deaths were connected or exactly how either teenager had died. Then came the postmortem findings, and the case changed dramatically. According to police, the postmortem findings indicated that Cameron may have been strangled, and Ethan, meanwhile, was believed to have died by suicide. Police therefore moved from simply investigating unexplained death to investigating a murder and an inquest. The murder investigation was opened after the postmortem findings. Police have stressed that the investigation remains ongoing and that they cannot reveal every detail because doing so could compromise the case. If Cameron was strangled and Ethan died by suicide, what happened in the room before their death? Police have not publicly reconstructed the sequence of events. They have not disclosed exactly what happened between the couple, and at this stage, there has been no public court findings established who killed Cameron. The Coetzee family has strongly rejected the suggestion that Ethan could have harmed Cameron. In a statement reported by Report, the family describes Ethan as gentle, kind, and loyal. They said he loved Cameron. They said they could not believe their son could have harmed anyone. The family also said there was no sign of a struggle involving Ethan. A preliminary private autopsy report commissioned by the Coetzee family reportedly found no injuries consistent with a struggle. The family has not publicly disclosed the precise cause of Ethan's death in that statement. They have also asked for privacy as they grieve. Their version of the story is starkly different from what Cameron's family believes happened, because Cameron's brother has publicly accused Ethan. Cameron's brother reacted angrily after tributes began appearing for Ethan Coetzee. In an Instagram post, he said he would not sit back and watch people honor the person he believed had killed her sister. He directly accused Coetzee of strangling and suffocating Cameron. He rejected the suggestion that deaths were results of an overdose, poisoning, or suicide pact. He described Cameron's death as a murder. Those are extremely serious allegations, but they remain allegations from a grieving family member. Cameron's brother also spoke about his relationship with Ethan Coetzee, and this is one of the most heartbreaking elements of the story. He said Ethan had once treated him with kindness and respect. He had once felt that Ethan was almost like a brother. But after Cameron's death, he said those memories meant nothing to him anymore, because in his view, his sister had been taken from their family. In the days following Cameron's death, new allegations about the relationship began emerging. According to sources who spoke to reports, Ethan allegedly had passwords on Cameron's social media accounts and her phone. One source described him as a super controlling and alleged that he monitored her online activity closely. Another allegation concerned jealousy. Cameron's friends reportedly discussed Ethan's jealousy frequently. A source claimed Ethan had become extremely angry after allegedly discovering that Cameron was communicating with boys from the rowing team. These reports have now become part of the public discussion surrounding the case. These claims come from sources speaking to media. They have not been established as fact by court. And police have not yet publicly confirmed that jealousy or social media monitoring played a role in Cameron's death. And the investigation still needs to establish what really happened. Another detail that has emerged concerns Ethan's plan for the future. According to reports, Ethan had apparently been accepted to study at Stellenbosch University, but he reportedly changed his mind at the last minute. The reason, according to the information provided by reports, was that he did not want to be away from Cameron. The detail has inevitably prompted questions about the intensity of their relationship, but again, it is not evidence that Ethan committed a crime. It is simply part of the picture investigators and the public are now trying to understand. What was the relationship really like? Was it loving, troubled, or full of jealousy? Or was it controlling behavior? Or were the allegations being made after the fact because a devastating family is desperately trying to understand how a young girl could have died mysteriously. Those questions still remain unanswered. While Cameron's death is being investigated as a murder, police believe Ethan had died of suicide. A preliminary police report indicated that Ethan had hanged himself. According to sources close to the investigation, a family member found him and cut him down before attempting to assassinate him. By the time police arrived, the teenager was reportedly on the floor with close family and friends around him. This detail has added another layer of complexity to the investigation, because if investigators believe Ethan killed Cameron and subsequently died by suicide, they must establish a timeline. They must determine what happened before Cameron died. They must determine what happened afterwards, and they must establish whether the physical evidence supports the suspected sequence of events. So, where does the investigation currently stand? As of this update, police are investigating a murder case and an inquest. A postmortem finding reportedly indicated that Cameron may have been strangled. Police believe Ethan may have died by suicide, but police have not publicly disclosed exactly what happened inside the holiday home. They have not publicly established a complete timeline, and they have not announced a court finding against Ethan, and there is no trial in which the allegations against him have been tested. The police have described the investigation as being at an advanced but sensitive stage, and have warned that releasing too much information could compromise the investigation. That means there is still major pieces of the puzzle missing. A young woman with plans for the future. She had traveled to Sabie to hike. She was working towards the gold level of the President's Award. She had a life ahead of her, and now her family is left searching for answers. Ethan was also 19. His family is grieving the loss of their son and defending his character, while Cameron's family is grieving their daughter and demanding accountability. Two families, two teenagers, two different accounts, and one investigation that is still unfolding. The murder investigation remains ongoing, and until evidence is fully established, the allegations surrounding Ethan's role must remain as allegations. For Cameron's family, however, the pain is already permanent. They want answers, they want the truth, and ultimately, that is what this investigation must establish. What really happened to Cameron or the cooks inside that Sabie holiday home? This is True Crime Unlocked. For more true crime stories, please do continue liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel.